Hey guys, welcome back, and I'm doing another movie review for you guys. And this one is on a movie that I haven't talked about before at all on my channel, and I actually hadn't seen it until last year, and that is White Christmas. And a lot of you have seen this movie. I hadn't seen it until last year. I watched it on Netflix last year, and this DVD was given to me by a relative of mine that was giving away a bunch of her movies. So thank you, Aunt Sylvia. And I heard about this movie for years, never got around to watching it until last year with my mom. We watched it on Netflix one night, and we were like, hey, let's watch this. We haven't seen this. So we did, and we really enjoyed it. This was released in 1954 and is directed by Michael Curtis with a Z, and stars Bing Crosby, Danny Kaye, Rosemary Clooney, Vera Ellen, and Dean Jagger. And basically, what this movie's about is basically you have two guys, Phil and Bob, who, after the war, want to get into the show business because they're very good at dancing and singing. And a while after that happens, they come across two sisters, Betty and Judy, and basically together they basically go on an adventure to go to Vermont to have a white Christmas together, and that's basically the movie. And I think that it's one of the greatest Christmas movies ever made, and I know a lot of people have heard about this one before, but I'm just going to continue to say what everybody else says. It's a classic, and classic musical. Yes, it is a musical, for those who don't know. If you haven't seen it, it is a musical. And Bing Crosby, amazing singer. Shame he passed away. And in fact, all of them have passed away at this point, I believe. Yeah. Bing Crosby, he sings the song White Christmas that appears in this movie. And before this, you know, he did The Holiday Inn. I haven't seen that, but I know that he was in this. He was in that movie prior to this movie being made. And yeah, he's very popular. He sings a lot of Christmas songs. You might be familiar with his singing voice on the radio. If you listen to White Christmas or It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas, the older versions, that's Bing Crosby singing. And, of course, we all know him. He did the voice of the narrator in Ichabod and The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. That was him, and I grew up with that. So Bing Crosby is a legend in my eyes. And I think the songs are very well made, very well written. The acting is really great. Bing Crosby, Danny Kaye, they do a great job together. There's great chemistry between the two there. And the sisters that are played by Rosemary Clooney and Vera Ellen, they do a very good job as well. Excuse me. Yeah, they do great together. There's great chemistry between them as sisters, and I like the relationship that all the four of them create together. It's very nice, and let's see, and it did very well when it came out. It was only a budget on a budget of $2 million, but it made $30 million at the box office, and that's pretty good for 1954. And it came out in October of 1954, and it's 2 hours long. And I mean, it is a long movie, but it goes by pretty fast. You know, it doesn't drag. It doesn't feel like it's taking forever to get going or end or anything like that, as some movies do. But yeah, this is such an amazing movie. This is the original DVD release date. I mean, the original DVD release. I think this is from 2000 because it says copyright 2000, so I think it's a 2000 DVD release. If I'm wrong or if I'm correct, let me know down below. But yeah, here's the spine and here's the back, and it's a Paramount film, believe it or not. So if you don't own it, and if you've seen it before, if you haven't seen it before, if you want to rewatch it, it should be on Paramount Plus, and also should be on Netflix too, because sometimes they'll have it on there around this time of year. So it might be on there, it might not, I'm not sure, but usually it is around Christmas time. So if you come across it, by all means, check it out. Yeah, the singing and the dancing is absolutely amazing. It's perfectly well shot. Like the film has a lot of color in it for mid 50s film. It's just amazing, and the songs in here are amazing. Mine are probably my favorites. Probably White Christmas. Let's see what other songs are there. I think it's uh let's see. Trying to figure out the songs. Uh, yeah, there's the Sister Song. That's really good. Um, the Snow. That's by Ben Crosby, Danny Kaye, Clooney, and Vera Ellen. Uh, Count Your Blessings Instead of Sheep. That's a good one. Uh, Yeah, and in fact, like all the songs are really great in this movie, but I'd say that White Christmas is probably my favorite because that's like the most well-known song that everybody will know out of the film. The other ones are just made for the movie, I think. But the music and the lyrics are done by Irving Berlin, so it's Irving Berlin's White Christmas because he did the music and the lyrics, and kudos to him for doing that because he made classic songs in a great movie. And it was also produced by Robert Emmett Dolan and was written for the screen by Norman Krasna, Norman Panama, and Melvin Frank. And shout out to them for making such a great Christmas classic. This is great for everybody, for all ages. Like, for a 50s movie, I mean, there's obviously, well, you couldn't do all the stuff that you do now, like, where, like, a lot of controversy happens and whatever, but, for a 50s movie, it's great, and I'll definitely have to give it another watch again, for the holiday season, because I haven't, watched it since last year, so I'll definitely have to give it another watch, but, yeah, I had a great time with this film, and I like the cover, too. It's very nice. It's like they're in like a snow globe or something. And yeah, I like their outfits in the front cover, and the musical numbers are great. Everybody in this movie is great, in my personal opinion. And there isn't a whole lot of features, but there's some trailers. There's retrospective interview with Rosemary Clooney, commentary with Rosemary Clooney, and that's pretty much it. There is a Blu-ray release, and they just recently came out with a 4K release of it for the 70th anniversary this year, which is crazy that it's 70 years old now, so feel free to feel old. But yeah, it's just amazing. I can't say anything bad about this film at all. It's a Christmas classic. If you like Christmas classics like Christmas Carol, Christmas Story, Scrooged, you name it, or The Grinch even, you definitely need to check this film out if you haven't seen it, if you want to see something a little bit different from like a Christmas movie. It's a great watch, and you can get it for pretty cheap now, so if you come across it, I recommend checking it out, giving it a pickup, or even giving it a rent. I think it'll be good. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope everyone stays warm out there. It's very cold this time of year, and hope everyone has a great holiday season. And I'll see you guys in the next review. Peace.